Hey everybody, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup 6. Actually casting, I believe, the first group stage games that were played very last, which is a little funny. But I might be wrong about that, but it was definitely the first ones that I played. Gonna be some games here between myself and A-Game for the group stage. Obviously it's group stage A, there's no threat of elimination here, but you know, I definitely want to win just for the bragging points, right? A-Game picks Conf this game. I'm gonna match it with Conf as well, so I'm again not afraid of the mirror match here. And A-Game's gonna pick the Boneyard, but I think that's just fine for me, and I get the good spawn here too, so I definitely am looking to do maybe some rails. Playing for seed, which is quite impactful, very, very true. Actually, that's something that I think needs to be like talked about a little bit. If you look at the way that the brackets got set up, of course, No Fun had to drop out, unfortunately. So if the person who gets the lowest seed coming out of Group A actually has to face Descara in the semifinals, which is kind of funny. Because obviously the one with the lower seed should have the advantage where he doesn't meet any of the like top tier players, quote unquote, until he gets to the finals, but Descara is not in Group A. So it's this kind of funny place where like actually you would have an easier time if you like threw the group stage games, but which was definitely my strategy coming in. No, I didn't know that was going to happen, of course. No one could have predicted that No Fun was going to have to drop out, but yeah, seeding is a really interesting topic. There's kind of like this whole, like, it's interesting with tournaments if you really want to go far. There's sort of like this whole secondary game mode that you can like play inside of it. Am I also? Oh no, okay, I realized. Phew. I thought I was gonna have like a missaturation this whole game. So it's not gonna be rails for me though. This is kind of interesting because normally when I see this spawn, I think like yes, rail time, but we're not gonna go for it. It's gonna be soul chips instead, and I want to pay bring some attention to this base runner out here on the side, obviously. Oh yeah, I remember this one because I got really hyped for this match. I'm like, yes, like hitting my desk, like yeah, type of hyped. It was probably pretty cringy to watch. AS Tech finishes. Decisions, right? I mean, obviously the right decision is DOK, yeah? I mean, how can you even like suggest that the right decision is to like be responsible and get up on time for work, you know? It's gonna be AS Tech from both of us, but it's definitely slower from A-Game here. Actually, I'm kind of curious, so tell me your thoughts, like why is AS Tech so late for you here? Because like this is AS Tech finishing like after my first one is popped. I'm kind of curious like what the build here is. I mean, obviously it's a BR retention, but like I retained mine too, and I'm also building BDs. But I have definitely a lot of control over the field right now. You're doing non-meta. Huh. Well, it's gonna be a little tricky because obviously the play for me here is that I want to get some BD shenaniganry done over here. Now, actually, I shouldn't have not had the camera here. So the BD landed on the assault chip, which is actually really impactful, and that's gonna allow him to I think kill this one just barely. Yeah. But again, like with a little bit of better sand skimmer micro, maybe we could have saved that too. But this one went out to stop the base runner, which I think is a bit of a lost cause. At any rate, though, this push is still going to be strong. So A-Game is teching armor, which definitely suggests he's playing kind of like the long game in a sense. Like he believes I'm going to stick around. That's what I mean by that. That's a weird way to say it. You get the idea. If the Gaussian player, like the Conf aggressor in this case, I suppose, is going to stick around, then you really need to like be racing upgrades with them. And now he's going to see the thing here. This is hopefully a moment of panic. I always want my opponent to be a little afraid when he sees the BDs finally. But I decided that since he's seen me, it's time to all in. So I'm going to move up with the assault chips over here. We've got a little bit of a nice concave though. So I mean, really there's a couple options. We actually could turn in and like actually attack the assault chips with the BDs. This is what's so terrible about this position. But instead I'm going to smoke up on the approach to the carrier here. Taking pretty good trades with the assault chips. First BD lands. Second one's coming out in just a moment. And it's going to land as well. Pretty good damage, we get 3 salvagers, and this base runner probably will survive too. And ref mode is on the way for me. Well, it looks like this base burner is not going to survive. But I think... Don't eat at the stream. Or eat the stream, that is. I think my mistake here is that, like, I get this really sick play, and then just immediately I take I take my foot off the pedal. I'm like, alright, you're good now, you know, you can keep doing whatever you want. No, I should be, like, pressuring here, you know what I mean? I have Fleet Cap 45 done, obviously, so, like, just keep making assault ships constantly and, like, spam them out toward here. And just try and, like, hold my opponent down onto his base here. So definitely that's a little bit unfortunate. I think we have more of an advantage here than we're getting, you know what I mean? And also because assault ships being bunched up is never great, because obviously they take splash damage, so... Maybe now I can eat the stream. Ow. Yeah, I should also just continually be producing them though too, right? And sending them out in the front line. I mean, yeah, you have the numbers to like push me off here. I guess you have the armor as well. Yeah, it's true. But I definitely don't want to just give the whole field to you, because I've got this big advantage. I don't want to like throw it. Base runner, by the way, for AGameAnx survived. Broadcast has stopped due to the eat. I love it. And look at this. Look at this nonsense. I'm taking it a missile ship fab. Ugh. I'm playing it safe, I guess you could say. I don't know. That seems pretty lame to me. Like, Con of Siege is a great option right here, I think. I quite disapprove of this, even though it's me doing it. But you know. I can also win this trade for sure. It's 5 versus 3 before that guy had gotten in there, but I'm gonna back away anyway. So I'm definitely giving AGameAnx a lot of respect here, probably too much. And then a missile ship gonna come out immediately as well. So, because like realistically, is my opponent gonna go air off of one base? I don't think so. He needs to get ref mode first. I have definitely a window where I can go for air myself. Like if I was worried about air, I shouldn't have been taking missile ship. I did cancel it, which is nice. Did I? No wait, that's AGameAnx. Oh no, I didn't cancel it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That just seems like a weird choice. Definitely a bit of a weak play. And I still managed to get flanked here too, which is nice. So. But this is gonna be okay because we have an assault ship popping out here. And now we really just want to push really hard down the line there. This is going to be a one-base play by AGameAnx, which is pretty hype. You don't usually see that. And we're going to clean up the backstab. The thing we got to watch out for, though, is just that AGameAnx does have 2 artifacts. So obviously you can play kind of the like, siege down the base, like attrition style here. And then again, we see the carrier and we just immediately back up. But I think it'd be a lot better if we were to, like, split, like, this way and this way. Whoa, something died. Oh my gosh. Con of missiles hurt, holy. But again, if we had Con of Siege teching right now, like we wouldn't really be sweating this because we can fight that carrier, so I think definitely we had a pretty strong early game lead, but I think it's kind of evaporating here. Rail fab starting for me now. This is quite late though. Because obviously, as I say, like you want to have rails when you're up against like a power play like this, but I don't know, like if he gets to here, it's already pretty bad. Yeah, as well you should. I think this whole build is about pressure really, more than it's about killing me immediately. You just kind of starve me out forever. Maybe having the superior eco I can just win by like teching power reserves, but I'm not sure. It doesn't seem likely anyway. I should definitely be doing it though. Be a good use of money. Especially just because like Gaussian railguns are so expensive. Actually, maybe I can like chase down your carrier right now. I mean, I know I don't have as much power as you, but we have quite a good lead in like damage output. Assault rail is coming out across the field now, though, of course. That's always going to be nice. But heavy rails are going to be You know, a nice choice still. Oof. Ouch, man. How did that happen? Oh, that sounds quite painful. Bad move. Oof. Dunk. Very, very hard, of course, to dodge Conniff missiles. When you have players who know how to aim them anyway. We can ignore that. That didn't happen, right? Yeah, you know, I think that getting rails instead of just going for carry power maybe was a mistake again. I think maybe we had a chance to just kind of beat him there, like just run him down, but... Aye. Oh. It hurts so bad, man, because that's like so much money. I mean, like, if you want to think about it, like, Power 2 already paid for itself, basically. He doesn't even have Power 2, oh my gosh. But yeah, like, if he had Tech's Power 2, like, it just paid for itself already. Because that's like 220 RUs that I lose right there. So, I mean, it's like a big deal to lose railguns like that. So, wow, this is PC. Would you say this was a bit of an overcommit, maybe? From this point, I think this game is probably over. I think that was a really big throw. Aye, man. It's like I get a lead in the beginning, and then I'm just like, let's see, what's the most creative way that we can lose from here? Oh boy. You know, if only I could think this way, like during the game, then this kind of stuff wouldn't happen. But I don't remember it being this bad, to be honest. Oh yeah, A-Game was asking me about this. He kept using missiles to like shoot at the eco, and he was surprised he didn't get salvager kills with it. But like, I don't know, I didn't think it was that hard to dodge the missiles. If you just like stayed out of sensors, you can like tank one of them, it's fine. And then if you know that they're low, next time that they fire out, you just kind of move. But I also don't know if they even die in 2 shots, so... No, you're definitely right about that. It's the hard truth that everyone's got to swallow. But yeah, so if he's going to fire like 1 missile, I can tank it forever, I think. And if he fires 2 missiles, you know, I'll hear it and I'll just kind of dodge them. So I didn't really think it was really a threat that he was going to kill salvagers here, but... Yeah, actually, so the missile launcher for every carrier except for Soban, it's on the back side, see that? And the range is actually calculated from the missile launcher, so when you're fighting an enemy, you always want to like rotate backwards if you can. As Gelsian anyway. As Coalition, it's different because your unit comes out from that side too, so often you want to like turn it the other way, but... Still no power reserves. I think that would have been a good choice for me. That damage is insane too. I mean, railgun upgrades would not be bad either, but that'd take a long time to invest into. Uh-oh. Move! Oh. I love the SC2 references. Oh dear, can I even stop the Space Runner? Honestly, I don't know. I didn't realize that we were on 4 already. Definitely kind of snuck up on me there. Unfortunately, there's not really all that much to say. A-Game's just kind of got me in a stranglehold, and I'm passing out, man. Uh-oh. At least I tried to dodge that one. It's hard, though. I mean, Conniff carriers are very good at sniping rails. Oh boy. Do we get this? Yes, we do. Okay. That was pretty close, though. Calculated. Calculated, guys. I knew exactly how much I needed. Now these assault jets really need to play around the line of sight blockers if they're going to survive. That definitely locks me down, just like the presence of these ARs. Probably we're not going to get any backstabs done like this. Oh. Huh, nice try. It's not like you've gotten huge value out of these missiles already. If we check the units lost tab, like, I'm kind of afraid. Ooh. I mean, you gotta realize, though, like, most of this is actually to the carrier. You know what I mean? Or at least most of the RU bank that's been lost. It's nasty, man. I mean, this carrier just is, like, terrifying when it gets into this position. Yeah, they're useless because of how slow they recharge. Oh boy. It's like, I mean, I don't know. It takes definitely critical thinking to like realize just what the value of like getting railgun snipes like this is, because it's not so apparent. Like if you have someone like pointing it out to you, it's very easy to tell. Oh yeah, like look how much damage he's gotten with these cruise missiles. But I feel like it's something that's a little bit harder to see than just like the vanilla kind of cruise missiles where they're just like constantly flying out and doing damage constantly, you know? But man, these things are just like terrifying, really. I'm kind of desperadoing against this base runner, but obviously he's got smoke, he's not going to die here. And I mean, I don't know. What do you do then? Oh, this is kind of nice. Look at this. I definitely could have killed these two, but like, that's alright. Why am I backing away? What am I doing? Yeah, heavy rails are like insanely expensive right now. Every time their cost goes up, I cry a little bit inside. Although to be fair, it's been a while since that happened. But by the way, you know what's really bonkers about all this though, right? Is that A-Game hasn't even had to like invest in power reserves to do all this. Like he's on power 1, that's it. He just has 4 artifacts, you know what I mean? Which is just a huge amount of power in that carrier. And this base runner, I really don't think we can stop. Oh yeah, and I definitely should have. That's what I was saying earlier in the cast. I was like, man, I'm going like missile shifts here. What the heck? Just go for counter siege, you know. But because I think his carrier was really not that scary, you know what I mean? I mean, it's really kind of funny. I feel like this game really was sort of that like comedy of errors type of like multiple throws in a row, you know what I mean? I don't really know if there was another way to lose this game, so... Because I got really good damage at the beginning. But, hey, you know, you live and you learn. At least I can like take the damage I got in the beginning as like a positive, you know? It worked pretty nicely, I thought. Bozo waits for nothing. Can I turn off game sound? I suppose so. I'm gonna load up the next replay though. Why do you ask? Oh yeah, no, it's from my microphone. It's curious. It's actually based on the color of the monitor. So I think this headset is like it turned on right now. You hear that? So it's not actually the game like sound, it's just like it's the color of the monitor that causes the microphone to buzz. It's gonna be worse on blue maps than on red ones. It's really weird. The headphone that I'm using has like a really long cable, so I think it's probably like some inductance in the cable or something. It's funny though, it's like noticeably worse on blue maps than red ones, but Game 2 here, you're gonna be on Firebase Krill. But don't worry friends, I'm getting a new microphone in a couple of days, so... Yeah, one of these sci-fi things. Actually, I am an electrical engineer, you know, so I should know about this kind of stuff. Yeah, see, for me, it's very specifically the monitor. You know, this happened on the laptop too, but it wasn't as noticeable. But like I could hear it. It was just kind of always like in the back of my head. But I don't think it came through on the casts really. It does on the new PC because obviously it's got a much more powerful everything. So there's a lot more interference being made here. But yeah, game 2 you're gonna be on Firebase Krill. I'm gonna pick Galzian this time. A-Game generally wants to avoid the mirror matchup, so he goes Sylvan. And then I pick Firebase Krill. I think I had a bit of a long think on this pick, but Firebase Creel I chose to go for. I think just because it's kind of a it's generally been a pretty good map for me in the past, and it looks like based on the resources being stacked here, I'm gonna go for a Rail Rush. We'll find out in just a moment. There it is. Tried and true. Obviously, Bozo does not like trying anything new. Except, actually, it looks like I kind of did. You can see this base runner here was attempting to convince my opponent that I was going for a 2PC play. Or, sorry, for a ref mode play. But, unfortunately, that's not going to be the case here. Because he did see it with those LAVs very early, so it's good scouting for him. And then he's going to tech straight into railguns. Look at that. So it's an interesting kind of counterplay there. I think that makes a lot of sense though. But it's interesting, if I kind of like understood what was going on, maybe I could cancel railfab and just go straight to ref mode here. But that's definitely not going to be what I do. So it is going to be rails indeed. We stick around to clean up some LAVs. Obviously it's good to get some kills on those LAVs if you can, keep the numbers down, because of course they do trade pretty nicely. But this is definitely a rush that I can easily like stuff up, you know what I mean? I probably want to get a second PC right now, actually. See if I do. I've got the money for it. Maybe I can spend it on nothing. Assault rail getting produced there. RHYME. I don't know why I know that. Stupid English. Man, why am I not building a second PC here? This is like a very... Okay, there we go. That was a very long time that I waited for that, though. That is pretty bad. I think I have a feeling how this game is going to turn out, not going to lie. Because what you need... What you need, I think, to make this work, first off, you need to be able to hit pretty fast, because your opponent's just going to go on a 2-base. You don't want to let them get ahead too far. So you need the production off of 2PC to play like spamming sand skimmers, and then the assault rails give you free trading, and the sand skimmers mean that they can't really all-in you. Then you make like one heavy rail or something so that you can pressure the main. Because obviously, I can pressure the main with this right now, but the problem is that he'll just move his carrier back there. So then I need to have like a heavy rail out so that I can have some more pressure there. But like definitely, when I see this many units, I shouldn't be posturing at all. I should be like playing defense mode, because like holy, this is a lot of dudes, right? And these skims here probably would be better. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of freaking LAV. Ooh. Yeah. So this is why that second PC is so important, because we need to like spam skims here, but I waited for like 30 seconds to build it, so that's like 2 skimmers already off of this PC that we don't have, but we're also kind of overbuilding on AR, I think. So, oh my gosh, am I trying to like play this on 2 fronts? That's not really a good move. Obviously, I think we talked about this actually while I was playing the game versus Shrike and then Discara. Playing on 2 fronts can work sometimes, like if you're doing assault shifts or something, but you really rely on numbers to beat this, and I don't have the numbers here, so I'm not really going to get much done. Aye. Yeah, this is quite bad. This is like, I'd say, pretty textbook bad play. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I can definitely do better. I think there were a lot of pretty distinct mistakes here. It's an interesting idea to like have the base runner extracting at the same time, and you can use it for like you could use it for like base runner heal and stuff to like win some clutch trades and whatever. But this is not the way. So Composer, yeah, it's a little different. You see, the difference is one of them makes pretty regular income, and the other one doesn't. Whoa. The laugh cough. The lof. Or the calf. I don't know what you call it. Corona. Hey, Rail Armor 1. I'm cognizant of the requirement that I have Rail Armor here. Although, no Power Reserve 1 is going to hurt too, because this can definitely do some serious damage. How does Bozo recover? A-Game has to throw pretty hard, basically. At this point, like, I can play smart, I suppose, but like, I'm definitely behind here. And again, I've been saying it a lot in these casts, but like if you're in this stage of the game, I think you definitely should consider going for air, because it's gonna be so nice for like stomping people when you get ahead like this. If you go for air, you're just gonna like you're gonna chunk these ARs. Which, by the way, where the heck are they going? Like, do I still think I'm gonna attack? Like, what am I doing, man? This is quite Pepega. He doesn't push though. That's definitely a bit of a silver lining for this cloud. Yeah, where the heck am I going, man? This is crazy. Assault Chip Tech is gonna be being worked on as well here. Obviously, that's a response to the mass number of LAVs here. Obviously, Assault Chips can trade much more efficiently than any other unit, so... Well, you know, A-Game just generally likes to play really safe. First off, he doesn't know that the Assault Railguns aren't there, but then, like, yeah, he can clear out the eco, but he's definitely going to lose a lot of LAVs, and, you know, there's a chance things could go wrong, so... I kind of respect it. The window where he's going to just like beat me with the LAVs is going to kind of close as these assault ships come out, but he's going to have railguns here, so he just kind of plays it safe, he waits. You know, it's definitely a respectable playstyle.
Hostile railgun approaching. Defense alert. Hostile carrier spotted.
These ARs, man, like, what the heck are they doing over here? Because, like, I have a lot of freaking ARs right now, which is good, but I need to, you know, not do this. Because this is exactly the problem. Like, this many LAVs is going to clean them up really nicely. So now he just kind of drives out there and kills me. Whereas if they had just stayed with, like, the main base, maybe we actually have a bit of a chance to, like, trade out here efficiently. Maybe. Although it's a pity I didn't kill that railgun. I could have done it. The planetary fortress! Uh-oh. Here's the dive. He's kind of coming in piecemeal though. Half of them came in at once, but still got the DPS. Mind you, I'm still on one base here, so like this is really dire. If you didn't realize already. Where'd those ARs go? Of course, you know, they want to attack. Dude, the number of like Bronze League heroes that I watched where people would just like smash zealots into planetary fortresses, it was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Man, it's such a pity that all the Bronze League Heroes games are like deleted, but... I'm about to type comeback, but I had to delete my comment before I could finish. Yeah, I really do be like that sometimes, eh? Cancel this assault ship. Yeah, I didn't get that, that's alright. No, Husky. Husky's the guy who did it originally. I guess I'll talk more about it after I end the recording, but goodbye, YouTube.